Folks, we are back. I know it's been a bit, man. It's been a bit.
Dude, I was just gonna say, bro, this doesn't feel like it's been a little bit for. We did the live stream.
Oh wait, this is the first one. Is this the first one since I'm back in the studio?
Yes, that's what it is. The first one back in the studio.
Well, listen, we're getting back into the groove of things, into the, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting my hips into it. That's what type of groove I'm on, Sensei. You know what I'm saying? I saw that video with you and Alex Wasabi, and the breakdown hip movement was on there, okay?
Yep. Got some more stuff that I'll be teasing soon, you know?
Okay. A little tease there. Well, something we're not teasing today, Sensei, is a topic I've wanted to talk about for a while now, and it's starting to get closer, and we're starting to see what potentially is going to happen, not between KSI and Jake in the ring. We've talked about that fight. We have our opinions on it. I'm sure those are going to change as we get closer. Something I don't know is going to change, but needs to, is Logan Paul's involvement in this fight. Did you see yesterday the dilemma that Logan Paul is having on Impulsive with KSI and Jake? And what are your thoughts on his whole involvement in this thing and what's going on? Did you see any of that?
Yeah, I saw the clip, and I saw like Logan, his like disdain, how he's kind of like in between. And the first thing I want to say is I completely understand where he's coming from, because I've recently been going through this in the YouTube boxing community.
Yeah, a little bit.
Where you're conflicted because it's like a friend and a brother and a colleague and a brother, a friend. You know what I mean? And who do I root for? Who do I cheer for? You want to see both guys do well, and then all of a sudden they're facing each other.
When you're looking at something like this, and I've seen this online, right? I don't know if you're Logan Paul what you should do, because you know you're having this massive business with KSI, which I don't know if you saw. Did you see the Prime numbers from last year and this year so far?
I didn't see the numbers. I saw
apparently they sold over 200. I don't know if it's 250 million units or 250 million dollars. I don't know what what the number was. If it's 250 million units. Bro, they're billionaires, bro.
They have to be doing well, because
but I don't think that's the case. It has to be 250 million sales.
They're going Super Bowl ad. They're going UFC. So
what did you think about the Super Bowl ad, by the way? Let's talk about that just real quickly. What did you think about the Super Bowl?
I thought it was awesome. You know, just because it's a Super Bowl, and when I saw the Prime thing, and I'm like, that's so crazy. Like I know
the company,
these guys.
Sensei, the company just started last year.
That's what I'm saying. It's insane that the time, like
what is happening?
Fast they've increased the UFC. Like, that's crazy,
right?
Then all of a sudden, boom, here you are, the Super Bowl ad. I'm like,
in
that
1
is
year,
so sick.
They sponsor Arsenal. Like I think they're their main sponsor. I could be wrong. They get a Super Bowl commercial, which we know now is about $7 million to even put on.
Yeah.
UFC official corner sponsor and or drink of the UFC. The Prime Hydration Zone's in full effect.
I have to kind of just like wash my hands and be like,
be
look,
neutral,
I love you both. But I told you at dinner, obviously I'm going to be in Jake's corner.
Still
Who do you
BJ,
want to win?
yeah.
That's a nasty question from George right there on the spot, bro.
So who do you want to win? Who do you want to win?
Right on the spot. But like I said, Logan verbally is saying all the right things. Like, I just want to separate myself, yada, yada. But you're not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
How would you approach this?
If I'm
How would
Logan,
you approach this if you're Logan?
For the next, I would say right now is the cutting off point. Right now. Because what's going to happen from now on is KSI is going to watch this Tommy Fury fight. Whatever happens there, KSI is going to have his fight. But the roads are already doing this. And if you're Logan, and I don't even know if it's so much if you're Logan, it's his dilemma because, he's caught in the middle. But he even says something here. He was like, I hate that you guys chose to hate each other. But Logan knew they hated each other before any of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. What if this is just a whole low-key, like, master plan?
This is what I'm thinking.
A low-key master
plan. I'm full conspiracy. I am full conspiracy on this because this is what I'm thinking. Not that the whole Prime, I mean, if it is, fucking genius. But the fact that Logan gets these opportunities to be close to KSI and has trained with him. We've seen it in videos, even if it's just for the video. He's been in the gym. He's been at shoot fighters. You have to know if you're KSI. And again, full conspiracy Wade, blood is thicker than water. And he will not hesitate. Maybe it's just my WWE mind, but Logan will not hesitate to tell Jake anything that he sees or you tell him. Do you really think he's above doing that?
Here's what I think about
You can't
where
fraternize with
Logan's
the enemy right now, bro.
where Logan's stance is and what I would do if I was Logan. So first of all, I do think he's going to try to stay impartial, and he will try to stay separated only because of the relationship issues between Logan and Jake in the past, which tells me that maybe they're not as close as the average, a brother bond that you would think. Okay. And because they've had lots of feuds publicly, I could imagine if that's public, it could be even worse privately. Like that Alyssa Violet situation.
Bro, what happened to Alyssa Violet, by the way? Did she just, was that the thing? Like when that happened,
dude,
their
beef over
her
get away from all that and just go live her life. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
oh my gosh, it's terrible. So I could see Logan
America Costello
being honest.
Sorry. This thing that came to my mind.
I can see Logan being completely honest here and being impartial. And if he watches JJ, I'm not going to say anything. If he watches Jake, just wanting to, like he said, wipe his hands, may the best man win. Right. Let me just back out. Right now, what would I do if I was Logan?
Yeah,
I would do that. I would not tell my brother things, and here's a couple reasons why. Let's say my boy is fighting my brother.
Okay, hold on. Let's really say it. Let's say Cheo is fighting Temper.
Okay. Cheo's fighting Temper. No, that's a good example. Perfect example.
Yeah.
Cheo's fighting Temper.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want Cheo to win.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not like there's no hate involved.
Of course.
In the fight. It's just like two people playing a basketball game. I want to see this person win.
Right.
However, not because it's Temper, but I don't want to give, let's say, Cheo an extra edge that I would have because I know Temper, because that if Cheo wins, it also takes away from his win.
Mm.
Okay, it takes away from his win because it's like, okay, he won because I sold out my boy too. Like
right.
it just becomes, so I would say, listen, Cheo, I want you to win. Tommy, I hope you like sneeze 3 times when you wake up or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
No hate either way, but when it comes to information and like pertaining to both of you, you're not going to get, none of you is going to get an edge from me. Right. You're not going to get an extra edge from me.
You are a very honorable man, Sensei.
But I would root for my brother.
Of course. And you have to.
I'm actually surprised Logan is like,
he's like,
I would be like, straight to JJ, bro.
Did you hear what, by the way, here, let's listen just to when he has to answer his question. Listen to what JJ says to him.
No, just say Jay.
I just feel bad, bro.
Right?
No, just say Jay.
I just feel bad, bro.
No, it's fine.
You know what I mean? Like, JJ gets it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
I listen, like I said, you're a very honorable dude. If it was me, I'm not even gonna play. If my brother, like my blood, is fighting even you, Sensei.
Yeah.
And he's getting his ass whipped, which is gonna happen because none of my brothers can fight. If he's getting pieced in round 1 and I'm sitting in the crowd, you best believe I'm walking over to the corner and saying, put a fucking jab in his face. Pressure him with your, like whatever it is.
Right,
because
right.
There's just something there. And I can't imagine that Logan, having the information he has, not even just, like what's KSI new doing? The man spent 2 fights in there with him. If Jake is losing that fight, you can't convince me that Logan's not going to be in some way in that corner. Or even before the fight, in the locker room. Logan brings out that, what I'm saying? He has he's got the notepad, and he's like, Jake Paul, you are the sun that rises in the he does those he does those motivational speeches. You're a tiger's blood. Right. Breath is hotter than this. He does a bunch of that, right?
Right.
You can't tell me that in some fashion it's not going to slip out. Yo, watch out for this. Hey, you know what I'm saying? This is what he does. Watch this. Watch that.
I think part of it will because the interesting part about this is that he fought JJ.
That's what I'm saying.
And they were enemies once. So that's like public info, like the fights you can see.
Right.
So he can. It's not like, I don't think Logan's gonna be like, yo, I saw JJ sparring the other day, dude. He's doing this. He told me not to tell you, or he said not to say anything, but you know what I mean? But I can see him talking about his previous fights. But like JJ does this because we all saw it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I think Logan is not gonna wanna give an extra edge to either guy.
Right.
Even though he would want to give one to Jake, because then it's like his, you know what I mean? Because then it becomes like your fault, and
But that's the thing. I don't think he
it's on your
cares as
conscience.
much- I don't think he cares
Unless he
as
tells
much
him.
about
Unless he
that
tells him straight up.
as you do. Like he might say
You're right,
that,
you're right, yeah.
but there's a lot
Yeah.
that Logan says. You know, there's a lot he says in this moment with JJ in front of him. Like, oh, bro, I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys both, and I'm sure he does. But dude, I just me. At the end of the day, that's his brother in there, and I know they don't have the best relationship, but
Well, they might fight each other.
they might fight
You know
each
what I'm
other.
saying?
No, I'm saying.
So they're so different.
I know,
You know what I mean?
they're in different lanes for sure, but I don't know, man. I think that blood's always thicker than water, and but I will give you a little bit of hinder here because it does seem sometimes that Logan does I don't want to say waffle, but he does wane a bit on like supporting Jake more so than he supports.
Want to hear a crazy thing that's in the back of my head?
Huh.
I think that's deep in the back of my mind. That may be also in the deep part of Logan's mind. It may not be in the forefront, but it may be deep down in his subconscious because based on what you just said and things that he's demonstrated in the past, there may be a little part of Logan.
Well, jealousy, huh?
That won't mind if JJ wins.
Yeah. A little bit of
Because
older brother got to get back on top.
yeah, the guy that I beat that couldn't beat.
Yep.
You couldn't beat him either.
Yep. Still family, still older brother. Still
There might be that older brother's in there, and it is nothing against Logan because there are a lot of older brothers that will
I was gonna
literally
say, you want to talk
feel
about
that way outwardly.
Oh,
internally.
yeah.
So
That's a great point. Like, there's things that I never let my little brother do. Beat me in any video game, in any one-on-one basketball, in any
bro, dude.
and if somebody beat me, like let's say again, it's in a fight, if someone whipped my ass, fucked me up, and my little bro went ham and one-shotted full.
I got you, bro. Don't worry, I'll take care of
chill,
you.
bro. You know what I'm saying? I got this. Flexed up, just ham hocks, double, bang, double leg takedown, throws them on their head. It's over.
Bro.
I'd be a little
I'm
bit
saying,
like,
I don't know if it's on the forefront of Logan's mind, and he may be
great
trying to
point,
suppress
man.
it. But I'm saying there might be this dynamic is a little bit there because it's KSI's opponent. If this wasn't his old opponent, I think we'd see a completely different Logan, right?
yeah,
But because this is his previous opponent and now they're boys, and he wants to see of course he wants to see JJ do well. But it's also somebody that you couldn't beat.
that's a great freaking point, man.
Right, so that might, and
great
he's the
point.
big bro, and we've seen the big bro little bro dynamic not work very well between those two.
Right.
So deep down there may be a little of that
A little bit of
competition, still
pride,
there.
yeah, a little bit.
A little bit of pride.
That's what
leaking in there.
you. It'll have to come down to: has Logan really like? This is going to show. Does he really support Jake? Does he really, when it comes down to it, support him or support himself?
That's why, dude. I'm so glad we're talking about this because for me personally, I always love like the storylines and the relationships that we see in like influencer boxing or just with people in general.
Yeah.
And this is a great dynamic because I think one of the missing storylines is right here. Jake and KSI fighting, despite the outcome, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out between Jake and Logan.
Yeah.
Right? If Jake wins, right?
What's
I just
Logan
wanna-
look like?
I want to beam
Yeah.
on Logan's face. I want to like
Is
an
he
FBI
thumping
profile.
the chest like he did for Gibb or like he did for Tyron? And he's there
Mm-hmm.
anytime, any place. Is he doing all that, or is he, hey, great job, man, and immediately walks over to JJ?
And does he use the "I feel bad for JJ"?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But
He's
is it-
like,
but
hey,
is it a
great
little
job,
bit-
and he's like, oh man, yeah, bro. Or if he loses, if Jake loses, what kind of Logan do we get? Do we get the
All right,
next
bro.
time, or is he like devastated? Like again, Jake was when he lost
Right.
KSI. Jake took that loss harder than Logan did.
Oh yeah, big time.
Because it wasn't a reflection of, and you could even say that was more selfish from Jake because it was a reflection of the Paul name versus like a reflection of him. Like
Right.
in his mind, I lost to JJ because you did. Like he's in the back cussing out Shannon. He's like, what the fuck? What are we doing in there?
That was so intense, dude.
He's like, you fucking
And Logan's
suck.
just like,
And Logan and never. He's like, you didn't even tell him to do anything. He's like, he's losing, and you're sitting here telling him, "Let's go, champ." He's like, the fuck is that?
oh man, Logan's just like, bro, I just lost, dude. Can we not? You know what I mean?
He's just sitting there, sitting there, and Jake's just like crying, spitting, I told you. It's crazy, bro. But no, this is.
Let's go, champ. What are you talking about, bro?
Shannon's just sitting there. He's like, all right, champ. All right, champ.
Mike's just like, here we go again, dude.
Oh, man. But no, honestly, like, this is going to really. The fact that you pointed that out, man, it didn't sink in until you said Logan might still have a little bit of that pride, right? That he'll never say it, but we're going to find out. Like, whatever happens, folks, avert your eyes to, and it shouldn't be about Logan, but avert your eyes to Logan as soon as that fight ends to see exactly how he feels about it. But
it's a real tough position to be in. He's in a very
himself
unique
there
position.
To be fair, he's put himself there, and that's not a bad thing. Like, he's obviously the Prime thing was the right decision. Like,
yeah, of course, I love it.
They're killing that. Like, of course, you know what I'm saying, that was the right decision. But because of that relationship, and because you've put so much time into that, and at least not publicly, you and Jake are seen together a lot, people are going to speculate as to kind of what side you're on. So, like I said, Logan's got a tough spot. He's got a big dilemma. But, Sensei, we're going to find out how much, like I said, how much he really supports Jake here, right? Because, like I said, I think blood is thicker than water. And if you're KSI, you better watch for snakes in the grass. You better watch. Because you never know. That's your Prime, buddy. Yeah,
no,
Prime.
It's true.
But he's still got a brother over there that wants to take your head off. And if you're Jake, you got to make sure that you put on for the family name, or Big Bro is still going to be Big Bro. That's it.
And that's the thing. Will Big Bro let Jake? He's going to have
shine.
to let Jake be Big Bro for a moment.
That's what I'm saying. You got to take
can
that pride
he
away.
do that? Can he be Little Bro for just a moment to give Jake his due shine?
That's the question, man. Comment section, let us know. Logan Paul's big dilemma. How does he handle it? And does he really want Jake to win?
Listen, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs.